Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and I just want to let you guys know that I fully revised the website. Didn't like how the old one looked, so we fully redesigned it, and now this is the updated one. If you guys do want to grab yourselves an official crypto poster, you guys could right now. Buy one, get one, 25% off. If you guys look down here, we do have an Hedera Hashgraph one, we have Ripple XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and so forth. I do plan on uploading a lot more Hedera Hashgraph ones, in a different kind of context. Maybe one, where it's kind of, I don't know, a whole bunch of design ideas in my head. If you guys do want to comment down below what you want to see uploaded onto the site next, let me know, because I could pretty much design anything. So definitely check out the site down in the comments below, as well as in the description below. There will be links. So with that being said, let's jump into the crypto content. So Bitcoin had a great close today. We actually seen 42.2k. Obviously, we're going to sell off a little bit. I'm still expecting some pullback on it. So if you guys are looking to buy more HBAR, I wouldn't buy it yet. I would wait for that pullback, because I do believe that we will see it. Now, in terms of where we will pull back to, it's about that 36.3k to about 37.5k zone. I'm still looking for that pullback for a healthy, trade, honestly. Now, we haven't seen this good of a close since, I think, like May 21st. Let's go back. So yeah, May 21st was the last time that we actually closed above 42k. So I mean, it's been quite some time. Things are moving very well in the market. And I'm going to also be addressing HBAR's close as well, because if we actually look at HBAR's close, HBAR did some moves today as well. A lot of people are actually happy. I said, we still have quite some time to actually get to that point of being very happy, because we still couldn't break 22 cents. And we're going to talk about why that level is also very important as well. But we did get a close today at about 21.5 cents. Still pretty good, nothing too crazy. We've seen those closes recently. Now, if we're talking about from the past, we actually haven't closed at 21 cents since June 15th. So honestly, nothing too historical happening on Hedera Hashgraph. We are still ranging below some key levels, and we're going to talk about those key levels. But if you guys are looking to buy altcoins or buy whatever, HBAR hasn't really moved too much. Like, this one is still at 20 cents. I remember when we were buying the dip back in March, a lot of people were buying, 25 cents, 22 cents. So, at these current levels, it's nothing too crazy, in my opinion. So if you wanted to buy, you could pretty much buy this, or you could wait for that pullback, because we could most likely see, I would say maybe about 19.5 cents, maybe even 18.5 cents at the lowest. It depends on how high dominance is on Bitcoin. But that is my overall idea on what we are going to see. It would be very healthy if Bitcoin did pull back, in my opinion. So yeah. Now, I do want to talk about what's happening with HBAR and the entire ecosystem of Hedera. So we are seeing a lot more accounts being created thanks to HBAR Tower. Now, we do see here that the highest number of created accounts on the Hedera network with 60k plus new accounts is for May 2021. The second and third highest are respectively for April 2021 and 53k for plus new accounts, and December 2020 with 46k plus new accounts. Now, obviously, we are rising. We just broke 325k for the overall accounts in July. Pretty much up over about 31k, sorry, accounts, which is great. So the ecosystem is growing. This isn't a crazy statistic, but it means that a lot more people are utilizing Hedera, holding it, etc. I wish that when we come over here, we could actually see how many holders are on with Hedera and HBAR overall, similar to other assets. I would love to see that key statistic, because that's a very interesting one as well. But we can't really see that just yet, because we could only kind of see the accounts, which also includes wallets and so forth. But I'm sure there's a lot more holders than 300k, or maybe there isn't. But if there isn't, I mean, that means that we're extremely early, but who knows. Now, I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. Now, we do see here digital euro on the way. Now, I've been talking about a lot of these assets in the space with CBDCs, and how CBDCs are still a while away. But we are seeing a lot more innovation happening and acceptance around crypto regarding these CBDCs and regarding, pretty much the future of finance as well. So I'm very interested to see what is actually going to be happening in the coming months, especially considering, we do see a lot of CBDC talk being pretty much implemented very soon as well, even in the US. Now we do see here a fundamental shift in the markets, basically for finance, which would be the digital euro. Central Bank of Ireland governor, I'm not even going to try to say his name, I'll butcher it, said that while the Eurozone has yet to decide on a central bank digital currency, the development is very likely to happen. In my view, it's not a question of if, but rather how and when. Introducing a digital euro would represent a fundamental shift in the financial architecture of the Eurozone. The governor was less kind to cryptos, which he said were accompanied by an unhelpful and misleading descriptor. I don't think that's the idea, honestly. Like, a lot of these people, I would say a lot of these governors and government officials and stuff like that, I think that they're scared to introduce crypto because they are afraid of losing power. Not only that, but a lot of them don't understand it. Like, I always compare it to, like, pretty much when smartphones came out and like technology came out, and you're trying to explain it to somebody who is older and they don't understand it, so that then they just get, like, aggravated and frustrated and they get mad and so forth. They just don't want to even touch it. I think that's the idea on a lot of this, they're not accepting it idea. So I still think that they're going to use it no matter what. I think that they're going to utilize it, without even knowing it, to be honest. But you see here, some cryptos have no anchor to provide stability, but on the other hand, on the evidence, some people do like to collect them, just as like to collect other things such as stamps. I mean, come on, stamps, like, that's how I know that this guy is like in the past. Buying such items can be profitable, but it can also be loss-making. Also took an aim at stablecoins, saying the pegged cryptos were only as good as the governance behind the promise of the backing. The governor who took up his position in September 2019 is a British national. He was previously the New Zealand Treasury's secretary and chief executive, according to his LinkedIn. Now, I don't know. I mean, they're warning that companies operating in the Republic would have to comply with the anti-money laundering rules. Of course, it also warned against the risk of crypto to investors in May. I mean, I don't know. A lot of these places, they argue about crypto being good, bad, whatever. It's just the idea that, listen, they have to utilize it no matter what. Even if they use a CBDC and it's, for an example, on a private ledger, they still need a bridge currency. And guess what? HBAR is a bridge currency. XRP is a bridge currency. There's a ton of bridge currencies in this space. So, any of them could basically be used. I'm not going to be biased and say HBAR is going to be used or anything like that, but it does have a high probability chance of being utilized because of its security and also governance protocols, speed and efficiency. You guys already know. So I think that that's very interesting to look at. But we also see this. So this is the overall statistics for July. Shout out to HBAR Tower again. 2 shout outs in one video. Awesome. 1.49 billion plus transactions we are at. We did 132 million in July. 31K plus in July accounts. Maybe I was a little bit wrong on my math, but we do see one exchange, OTC desk, and brokers. And then we also see, supported wallets and custodians. We didn't have any, but we have been increasing the circulating supply. I know a lot of people are worried about that. Oh, it's inflation, blah, blah, blah. Guys, that circulating supply, we're going to need it. Similar to how XRP needs that circulating supply as well. A lot of the circulating supply, this 50 billion, won't even be, available to the public either. So there's no concern about that astronomical amount that a lot of people like to say, but it's really not that much at the end of the day. So I also want to do a shout out to Barbarian. Also, we've seen Jam. It's a token. Tune FM official ecosystem token is up 122% on BitTrue official. Sign up to tune.fm, get 100 free Jam tokens. Now, I think that this is great because this is all built on Hedera Hashgraph. I've actually heard about TuneFM for a while. It's crazy that they are in crypto now. But the reason why I talk about this is that this token is up 122%. Just imagine when HBAR is up 122%. I mean, we haven't been pushing up too much at all, but I do think that this is going to happen very, very soon for HBAR as we do march on. Now, I also do want to talk about a little bit of PayPal and Hedera Hashgraph. We do see here more evidence suggests that we could see a PayPal governing council announcement in the near future. Sorry. Now this is also a shout out to Maze Remix. We do see here PayPal to acquire Curve. This was going back all the way to March 8th, and then we see over here. One second. Curve deepens digital asset security for Hedera HBAR with MPC technology. Obviously, this is pretty big. We also know that Curve is also partnered with multiple other assets in the space like Matic and stuff, but we already know that Hedera has a ton of ties to PayPal. Now I also see this, right? You see here, so many PayPal breadcrumbs to Hedera have been following this connection since 2020. I'd be shocked if PayPal isn't planning to harness HBAR Hedera Hashgraph for a crypto payments wallet. Definitely. I do think that they could 100% benefit from utilizing HBAR. I think that PayPal is a huge, pretty much spokesperson for cryptocurrencies. They love cryptocurrencies. They accept that they adopt them. So I do think that PayPal is a great choice for HBAR to be a governing council at least. Now, when we talk about a partnership, how PayPal could pretty much utilize them. Well, PayPal is also Venmo, and all those transactions take forever. Yeah, sure, they're settled instantly on the phone, pretty much on Venmo, but the problem is it's all pre-funded, right? So it's still at the end of the day a pre-authorized payment. We want actual settlement time, so that would be great to see as well. But also scalability factors, cheaper cross-border payments and stuff like that. So I think that would be very interesting to see if we could get PayPal on the GC. But let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. Now, last but not least, I want to wrap up by talking to you guys a little bit about what I'm seeing with HBAR. I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter. I know that we're ranging on like about 12 minutes. So honestly, HBAR sucks. No, but seriously, like the price action does kind of suck because we just can't break this 200-day MA. But it's also Bitcoin's fault if you think about it realistically. Now, we are still ranging on a little bit of a support zone. I would want us to range a little bit longer so that we could make do of this 21-cent support zone, maybe build a little bit like we built down here. That would be great. So maybe we could see like a little bit of a back test at some point in time, or maybe we could see a back test to about 20 cents overall. So let's actually come down to 20 cents, right? So safer so we don't break down below 20 cents when Bitcoin kind of does its thing. Safer so dominance isn't as high. We kind of do whatever. So maybe we do something like this, and then Bitcoin starts to fly. We finally break out above that 23-cent zone. Like I said, that 23-cent zone is very important to hold and break above, and that's when we could pretty much range 430 to all-time high. Now, we need to break and hold above not only the 200, but also the 100, because we broke it a little bit on the 30th, but again, we could not hold it. So, for me personally, I would like to see what I just drew out here happen. That would basically be a slight pullback off of support, then we kind of launch. Now, the reason why I have 20 cents here being the support zone is just because it's logical. I know a lot of people are saying that 21 cents is the new support and so forth, but it is what it is. I mean, even if we take this line and say this could be resistance, but also support, that's basically at about 21, about 21.6, I believe. Yeah, so, or 21.3, sorry. This line that's up here is weird, but I do think that at some point in time, maybe we could have a pullback to 21 cents, but I think 20 cents is more logical considering the fact that, first off, it gives us a little bit more space, and it's a strong support that we had even going back to here. So I'm looking for something like that, maybe a slight pullback, nothing too horrible, nothing too crazy. Now, obviously, like I said, we could pull back to 18.5, bounce off of the 50-day MA, and then pretty much continue going up. So I'm very excited. I think that we finally broke out of our descending wedge. A lot of people were kind of worried about that. We are still in that slow accumulation phase. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that either, but it is what it is. I think that when we actually truly fly, I think that's going to be the exciting days because we're in 138 days of consolidation. So it's only a matter of time, guys. Stay vigilant, stay focused, and just keep your eyes on the prize at the end of the day, which is financial gains at the end of the year. Because I do think that we might top around December. It's hard to tell right now. A lot of people are thinking that we're going into a longer, bull market. But I don't know. It's hard to say. If we go into a longer bull market, we'll probably top out about, August 2022. But it is what it is. We'll see. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys can follow me on Twitter. You guys can also join the free Discord down in the description below. And like I said, guys, check out those posters if you guys are interested. But nonetheless, it's been Nick here. Hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This is Nick. Peace.